No trail. Yep, that's thunder you hear in the background. Stuck in a thunderstorm, so we're making camp here.
This is the first night we're gonna go and actually sleep in a tent.
There's Joe walking across the bridge at Cold Creek. Drove up to Lake Thomas Edison, got on the Mono Creek Trail there at the, what is that, Vermilion Flats campground or something like that, just on the other side of VVR. We've made it through the lake portion of the hike, which if you want to see any of that video, you could check out the Silver Pass, Goodell Pass loop. There's some of that in there. It just shows you a lot of the creek fire burn, and we're going to go until we don't want to go no more. The whole part of this trip is to shoot up towards Mills Creek, maybe even make it to Third Recess, and just kind of fish Mono Creek for the next 4 days. So we're going to go down here to the creek and have lunch, then we'll come back up. Went up about a half mile above the bridge and found this little gym. I was going to go back and get on the trail, but I'm thinking about just going ahead and going cross country.
Day 16, we got thunder and lightning. I don't know what to do with this brother-in-law of mine. He still sucks. We're doing a lot of roundhouse walking. See, he's even lost. We're good.
No trail. Yep, that's thunder you hear in the background. Where that little black patch of blue sky is where we're heading. But there's no trails here. This is cross country. The trail climbs that, and I think I found an alternative route. Yeah, that's a steep section. So instead of going up and coming back down that other ravine, we're going to stay on the south side and ride these benches. We'll see what happens. I believe we're coming to the junction of the North Fork right now, Mono Creek and Mono Creek. I think the North Fork goes up that, and I believe we're going to go up around this bend. Middle of a thunderstorm. We got to cross the creek. No time to put our water shoes on. It's just blow and go. We're getting wet anyway.
Day 17. Nick's taking me on an adventure. This is the first night we're going to go and actually sleep in a tent. He still sucks.
Stuck in a thunderstorm, so we're making camp here. Oh, speaking of tent poles, I did a video on how to replace the cord in it. Go check it out. We got caught up in this thunderstorm. It's kind of just spitting now. But that was coming down pretty good, so we decided to stop, make camp. It's not an ideal situation, but we didn't feel like making a fire ring or anything like that. And this camp had a fire ring, and that's pretty good. We're probably 60 feet from the creek. A little closer than I like, but it'll have to do in a pinch. Well, you come down to the water from camp, and you got a nice little grove of aspens. That makes the camp right there. That is beautiful. If you guess we're doing laundry, that's what we're doing. We're gonna soak and run through that water for about 15 minutes and beat them up against the rock and be good as new. Camp is all packed up. We're heading out. Day 2. I believe we only have about a half mile cross country left, and then we're going to meet up with the trail again and head up to Mills Creek. And that's what they call the volcanic knob. If you have followed me for any length of time, you will know how much I love aspens. About the last 20 minutes we've been walking through aspens on the trail here. It made my day. This made the trip. I love little aspen groves, especially when we're hiking through them. Look at the color with that reflection of the sun on them. Check out this frickin' tree. Look at the trunk on this sucker. That thing is massive.
My walking stick is 6.5 feet.
Yeah, that's a doozy. It's starting to open up a little bit, and we're getting some more views. Finally some big views. Up in there is going to be Lower Mills Lake and Upper Mills Lake. That might be a day hike this afternoon. That off in the distance, somewhere in the far background, is Mono Pass. Fall colors are starting to show themselves. Very little. Willows are turning. Well, we've been hiking for about 2.5 hours this morning. We've gone about 3 miles. You can't really go too fast when you just come across like this. It just slows you down. Beautiful waterfall. Yep. We're going to try to camp on top of that waterfall. Screw it, we're calling it a day. Little look around camp. You see what we're camping in the middle of. Favorite trees. Joe, how's dinner?
It's wonderful.
What are you eating over there?
Summer sausage, some dirty rice, it rolled up in a tortilla.
Right on. All right, we're going to do a little campfire chronicles. We couldn't do it last night because it was raining. So we're going to do it tonight while Joe's doing crafts. So explain to us what you're doing over here, Joe.
Well, I'm basically making you a new lead for your water filtration system, so you do not have to go and use your dog leash anymore. Bright orange, so you can help it out.
So you're making me a new dog leash that I can use for a water bag. Got it. Multi-purpose is the way I keep things, so I stay light. So since we didn't get to do it last night, what did you think about our hike yesterday?
Finally stopping.
I figured that was going to be your answer, actually. That was one of 2 choices I had for you.
Actually, coming up this drainage, we opted to go and take a little 300-yard hike to go and see where we were going. And yeah, that scenery was phenomenal.
Seeing the big granite peaks on both sides,
Right.
over the top of all those aspens. I enjoyed that spot where we had lunch. I thought that was a pretty section of water. I kind of enjoyed that hike through that granite that we walked through right before we made camp. I mean, we wouldn't have stopped there if it was raining. We would have came just a little bit further. Now today, what did you like?
Once we came off the knob and we found the trail, I always enjoy walking through the trees, and yet when we started running into quakey stands after quakey stands,
I think I agree with you. My highlight was going through the 2.5, 3 miles of section of off and on, walking through the Quakies, and then as the trail got close to the Mono Creek, you could see some meadow or open pocket pools and stuff. Little small waterfalls. The waterfall in Mills Creek was pretty cool to see.
oh gosh, yeah, that one was pretty.
Finding this camp in the middle of an aspen grove or Quakey grove is kind of cool, right on the water. So we'll call this a wrap for today. Morning of day 3. Gonna go up here a little ways and hit a couple fishing pools. Morning for breakfast we had oatmeal. Then at 10:30 we had fish tacos. Then here about 1 o'clock or so we had a honey stinger bar, peanut butter and chocolate, and it was delicious and packed with a lot of calories. I feel good, ready to go down the trail a little bit. Try to get to Quail Meadows today is what we're trying to do. That'll leave us, I think, under 5 to get out tomorrow morning.
About ready to leave the John Muir Trail and the PCT and heading for Lake Thomas Edison.
Day 19. We're trekking through Mordor again. Kind of looks like, I don't know, Kashyyyk. We're still spinning circles. Today we've hiked 3 miles.
There's Giuseppe. He was only about 2 days behind this time. It is day 22. Camp is over there. We're coming across to go fish this over here. Camp number 3, this is your view. We're cowboy camping tonight. Not even going to set the tent up. That's the ground cloth. Joe already put his sleeping stuff together. I haven't got mine out. Dogs are going to go there. Camping right underneath this cedar. And the sky looks good. We're going to top off our water bottles before we go to bed. Make sure we're all full for the morning. We'll get out of here early. Hate to leave, but gotta do it. So this is Campfire Chronicles on night 3. We just came down from Mills Creek along, and we fished along Mono Creek. Caught some hybrids. Did you caught a brookie too?
No, I caught a brookie yesterday.
Oh.
I caught a rainbow today and a hybrid.
And a hybrid. So I caught a couple rainbows. Was that the first day that I caught those rainbows?
First day.
Caught a couple rainbows. Did I catch anything yesterday? Oh, I caught a brookie.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
I caught a couple brookies yesterday. And then today was great. We got over here, fished this little spot. It's been a long time where I've spent 4 days on a creek and just fishing it, and moving from camp to camp, and just enjoying the different water and the way it flows and the different terrain and land, the trees, the landscape of it. I mean, we've had willows, big variety of pines and cedar, aspens, alder,
Oak.
oak in a couple of spots. Really enjoyable. I just forgot how much I like fishing the creeks. Can spend a lot of time on the lakes. They're beautiful up there, but might need to spend more time on the creeks. And we're gonna call that a wrap for day number 3.
There we go, Joe. Day 10. More to work.
Day 4, camp is all packed up. It's a little after 7. Getting ready to head out. Hey Joe, where does the bear?
In the woods.
That looks like it's on the trail.
Well, go figure.